Hi everyone. Um, I'm Frank, the designer from Artefacts. You see the box here, and so it's the first time that I make a Twitch session. So I hope that you will hear me good, and I hope that you will be able to see also where the different pictures of the different components that I'm gonna show to you. So I'm here today to hi Matotoro. So we are I will explain you a bit about artifacts because so you have probably see that it's a game they say outside of the norm, and that's not false, and it's because I'm working on this project since 7 years now, and I wanted to make my dream game, if I can say that, and also to be a really an entire concept, to be more and to be really complete, if I can say. So I will start explaining you the game, the first segment. So I will try to show you the board here. So here you see. Sorry, my it's a second webcam, and maybe it's not good enough, but I hope that you will be able to understand everything. So Artifacts is divided in 21 segments, and um, um, so I told you I will try to explain you the third one. How does it work? Here we have the arena. So it's 40 centimeter of 30 centimeter. Here it's your an artifact. You can see that maybe. Okay, of course here we have it's a prototype, and we have something better than just a punch board for your artifact. And that's your dashboard, which means that this part here we say is architectonic, and this part is exactly your artifacts, but as like if your the hood was open, okay. And we have also other elements. So here's a kinematic, is a ballistic installation, is that's your point of life, I would say. And here we have the panel control, and no bits of resistance here. So that's your architectonic, and that's your artifacts. If we play the third segment, we have to compete as an artifactor. We have to create a machine, and we have to compete to fight each other with others artifactors, like the blue one. And there are different kinds of evaluations, and one is make some damages to your opponent, and also take some bonuses, like here we use bonuses. So firstly you have to make your machine, and for the third segment you have to just to put some machine parts in your dashboard. Each machine part has cost some points, and you have to make a machine for 70 points. So what do we put in in the artifacts? The first thing I would say is the heart. So we call this things geode. So it's elemental sources. So that's water blade. So I can put some water in the center of my architectonic, and that means that my artifacts will will be sensitive with the other elements. You can see that here. So here is water. So lightning will make a lot of damages on water, air a bit less, and fire will just make +2. So that gives some elemental damages. For my heart, I'm able to put some cannon. So I'm going to put a cannon in front here. That means that here my artifact, there is an arrow on the artifact, and so the cannon here will attack from my artifact. Now if I put another one, maybe here, so diagonal front right, that means that I'm able to attack on this side. And you see there are 8 slots, so you can put some attacks in every directions. For example, I will add maybe a back attack like this one. At the end of each cannon, you add also a geode. And as I told you before, that means that explains this damages. So with this cannon, I am able to make a lightning attack, and with this one an air attack. With so, and here on the perimeter here we have 8 slots for the defense, and so we have light armor, and this one we have reinforced armor, which means that you prevent more damages. We have mirroring one, so you will return some damages to your opponent. And we have the best version with this one with it's reinforced and mirroring. That's also the best. Just to say, I told you we have 8 sides of the artifact, and so for the armors, for the defense, each time we have to combine 2 slots. So here it's the front face, and it's done by this slot and this one. And from diagonal right here we have this one and this one, and that makes the defense for this side. The last thing that we add in the architectonic is the energy. In artifacts, energy is made by cubes. So we have cubes like dice here, and we put that on a geode. So I can put one here. I can put also one on another geode here. And I wanted with artifacts to use the dice in a different ways that what we do usually. And here, for example, we take all the faces of the die to define the energy. That means that here we have 6, and that give 6 points to this attack. And here on the front we have 1, because I don't know if you know that, but opposite sides from a die makes always 7. So if I have 6 here, I have 1 here. So, and if I was like that, that's 4 and that's 3. Of course, that means that if you give a lot of points to one side, you have not so much to the other, to the opposite. And each die give also some energy. So for example, here's a 5. If I have a 5 here, this 5 give 5 points to this geode, and here I have 1 from the half die. So that makes six points for the attack. We can add up to 3 phases of energies. I told you that every side is are used, and that means that this face up here, the 5, is your magnetosphere. Magnetosphere is like a magnetic field to protect your artifacts. It's for defense. And on the other side, the down face, I would say, it's the engine number, engine or motor number, which give you some points to the kinematic here. For another die on an attack geode like this one, the up face gives the range of your attack. So if I make, I will take another die. If I'm like this, the 4 here means that my artifact here can attack up to 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. But here in front, this 2 means that I can attack up to 2 squares. So 1, 2, not more. And the down face from this on this place is used if you use a sophisticated cannon. So I can show you maybe a bit some elements. So that's a sophisticated cannon. So if I have a sophisticated cannon here, I will add so 5. So it's the back down face to my attack. Okay, and that's it for all the energy, attack and defense. Now if we look at the kinematic, about so it's about how we can move with our artifact. It's a bit the same as cannon plus geode. Here we have we have to take some translation needle. It's a bit the same that the cannon, and if I put that here like that, that means that now for an action I'm able to move 1 square forward with this needle. If now I add speed coefficient, is like an arrow, in fact. Now I'm able to move the number for my engine number, my engine motor number. So for example, if I add 4, the down face, I am able to move forward up to 4 squares. If I put a 6, I can move 6 square. But if I have 6, that means that my magnetosphere is 1, so I can move easily, but I have not a good defense, I would say. If now I add a second speed coefficient like that, so now the engine number is double. That means that now if it was 6, I can go up to 12 squares. That means I can go through the arena. If I have a sophisticated augmented translation needle, I can now go over the obstacles. Of course, every machine part that you are going to add to your machine has a cost, and if it's a lot, an augmented needle costs more than just a normal one. So that's a kinematic. So here it's just a point of life. So for this segment, for segment 3, we have all 50 points. here we can add some resistance. So for example, if I put this one, I know I will, so it's a fire resistance. Sorry for the light. I can put a fire resistance, and that means that no, I will not receive the elemental damages from fire attack. And the last thing is control panel. So this is part. I told you the energy in artifacts is made by cubes. So we have the dice here, and we have also cubes like this one. And one thing what was really important for me for artifacts was to be able to parameter everything. So we are able to parameter attack, defense, also movement, and now also the number of actions that we can do in our round. So here, for example, when I do that, I'm able to do 5 actions during my round. If I'm like that, I have just 2 actions. And I need also some energy cubes to activate the needles and the cannon. So for example, I will start by moving forward. I use one energy like that. After, maybe I will make a rotation, second action. The third action will be maybe make an attack with a cannon, and that's it for to make this action. At the end of my turn, the 5 action like that. 3 other actions are possible without using some energy cubes. That's 3 buttons that we see there. Here we have with this button you are able to modulate the energy of your machine. That means that, oh, maybe my opponent is on my right and my energy is on my left. So now I'm gonna modulate the energy and make some modification, put some energy in other places that I'm able to do to have more points to make my attack. The second one is the gauge, to make some regulation to the gauge here. And when I use this action, I'm able to change the number of action for my turn, and I take also the energy that was here. So you see that, and here's the last button. Here is about regeneration, and that means that when I use this action, I take back all my cubes in my hand. When I do that, there's just one problem, is I'm stopping my round. So if I do that as a first action, my run is completely finished. So the best thing is to do that at the end of your turn, or if you are really in a safe position and you can make your regeneration. So you see, you have also to have a look to your cycle of energy, I would say, because if you have a lot of energy in your hands, that means that you don't need to reboot so really soon. But if you would but if I had just 2 action like that, I have more cubes to play longer. But at the end, you just have 70 points, and you have to choose what kind of artifacts you want. And maybe you want more. You want to be able to move more, or to have more attacks, or more defense. It depends from each player. And I can say that I play a lot of time artifacts with different players, and I can say also that I've seen different combinations that you could not imagine. For example, usually the first time people just want a front cannon, some front armors, able to go forward, rotate on the left and right. And for example, you maybe you can you think that um, a cannon, a back cannon is useless, but imagine now you are able to make you have an augmented needle, and now you are able to go over your opponent. So now you can make an attack, and you you use um, less actions that if you had to go to make some rotations or something. See that? So there are really different possibilities to manage your artifact. And to make some example in your the box, you will find 5 prepared artifacts with different kind of options. So we make our artifacts for 70 points, and after we fight in the arena for making damages and taking some bonuses. I didn't show you maybe some bonuses. And that's it for the third. And I would say if I have to play the artifacts like that with in this configuration, the segment, the third segment, it's about 1 hour to play it. Because and it's not still faster if you already know the game, because you already know what you want to prepare as an artifact, and you know how to play. If I can just explain also how, so here the arena is really empty, but normally we create with that. So at the beginning the arena is already prepared. We have a prepared configuration, but to to make the arena we have a system. So what do we do? We take a die, we roll it, and after that we roll the 2 other dice. And if you see that we have some coordinate here, 2 to 12, 2 to 12, so 6, I'm 6, and after 9, so I have to go there. And I build some walls using the patterns from my die. So here that was 4, so I make a wall here, 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 and there. Okay, and we do that 4 times. And what's really good with this system is that we have each time a really different arena, because sometimes you will have like fortress with just some walls in one part of the arena, or you will have just a few elements in different parts. It's really and sometimes it's superposing the different structures. So each game you don't know how will be the arena, and I will say if we have a lot of walls, we need maybe more augmented translation needle, because we are able to go through easily through the obstacles. And if we have an arena really empty, so we need more maybe sophisticated cannon to go to attack really with a big range. So that's the segment 3. Now, if you go further, we are not just making a confrontation game, but we are making a tournament, and that's come with a worker placement game, I would say. So here, I hope to see well. Okay. So here is the calendar. When in the that's my prototype. So we have just one phase, but after that you will have also an easy calendar with just a small, without have to define each phases. So here, if I want to play a real tournament, I will have preparation phase, when and also edification phase. So I will we start maybe here, and edification phase means the moment when we build the walls in the arena. Okay. So preparation phase, and after we have this confrontation phase. So, for example, if we play like that with small games, like if I was like that, 4 preparation phase, 1 edification phase, and 1 confrontation phase, I will play with 4 players. I will say 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours an evening, like a normal game. If now you want to have more, play more longer, you can also add some other confrontation phase and some other preparation phase, which means that your artifacts will be bigger, and it's also really fun to play with 2 confrontation phase, because you play here and maybe you have no success during the confrontation phase, and so you have still a preparation phase to make some modification to your artifact, and after to try to confront and have and to win the game. So now I will explain you how works the preparation phase. So preparation phase are, I will take the different, are used with modules. So here we have 3 the basic modules. So there's 3 modules are the basics, and each module is maybe I should, don't know if you will see. And that here is your workshop. This big board. Just about the boards, so that's 40 centimeters and 20 centimeters. That's 20 centimeters, like a circle, and at the end that make 40 by 40. So if I see if I have a preparation phase, what we do is, so we play with modules. It's, for example, it's 3, and so we roll 3 dice. We rolled. One will be alpha, and the other one will be beta, as it's defined by the first player. And each modules. So here we have 3 modules, but in the world you have 14 modules. I will show you further with tabletop simulator. Each module use alpha and beta, but not each time with a different way. I will try to show you that now. For example, so when I want to play a module, for example, I'm yellow. I want to play this module. I have to consume here So I have to consume here a gems of alchemical current and to make this action. Now, if blue wants to play this action, he has to use one and one more because someone is he's above someone. Okay, that means that you if you have so if you have the first to go to a module, you pay less energy. Now, if yellow want to use this jeton to go to another module, he take the blue one with, and the thing is, we are not able to play on our own token. So that means when I do that, blue is not able to use this module, so he has to go to another one, and after maybe we'll be able to do that. So that means that you have to build your machine, but also maybe it's better to block your opponent, and we will not be able to use some modules. I hope you see the interactions that we have here with the worker placement phase. So now I will explain you how it works with these three modules. So if I play the builder here, the first one, we take alpha and beta as coordinates. So alpha is 6, so I go to 6, and 1. Beta is 1. So it will be like that. I will change a bit my organization. So at the beginning of the game, you will receive some diagrams that you put in here in your table. And when you play the builder, you activate each diagram which is on the square and all around. So here, for example, I activate this diagram. Maybe it's not enough close for you. So I'm able to activate this one because the cube is just nearby, and also this diagram. So I will receive a cannon, and I receive Earth geode. That's how it works. So with builder, I receive some machine parts for my game, and that go to my reserve. So we have some screens. So here it's screens from Artefacts. What's the name of the board game? The board game is Artefacts. Hi Sanae Shrimp. And we are on Kickstarter if you want to know actually. If you have any question, please. I didn't show the comment until now, but if you have some question, please. Non, ce n'est pas un stream en français. J'ai fait un stream en français à 18h. Et il a été enregistré. Et tu pourras il sera possible de le voir. Okay. And so I continue in English. I was explaining how works the builder, and now I will explain the other models. If I activate this one, now I take just alpha. So that is the architectonic installation, and so is at 6, and that means that I'm able to take six machine parts from my reserve to put them into my architectonic. The same here with beta and kinematics, but here with the configuration we have 1. Merci. The game seems one nice. So that means that 6 in this configuration with the 6 with alpha and 1 with beta. 6 will be it will be better to play this module than this one. But maybe I don't have 6 pieces to put in my architectonic, so it's good to have. So you have to evaluate what would be the good things to do. And so that's segment 4. And after that, every module that you will add is optional. So you are and will parameter another aspect of your artifacts. So that's how we create the machine boards. We install them to in the architectonic. We install them in the kinematics. And for example, I could also add the fortifier here, and the fortifier is no, we have to play for life points. I told you before that we had 50 points of life, but no, it's a mini game to try to have more point of life than the other opponent. And so here that works with alpha minus beta. So 6 minus 1. I take 1 die from my personal reserve, and I go. So if it's positive, I go to the right, and if it's negative, I go to the left. So 6 minus 1, I go 5 in this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And maybe another time, another turn, we have maybe minus 6. So I go minus 6 until here, and I can add another die, and I go also minus 6, and I'm arriving here, and I can lock up to 2 dice, and that gives some points of life. Here are 30 and 25. Sorry, you maybe don't see really good. So if I make this display, I now 55 points of life. Okay, just to say, we have this numbers of the capacity, were alpha and beta, but we are able to modify them, to change them, but just for our own and just for one time. So, but we have to do that. We have to pay a bit more gems. For example, if I didn't want to go there, but I had more diagram like here. I can add one. I can pay 1 gem more to add plus or minus 1 to one number, or I can use 1 gem to inverse alpha and beta, and so you can make all kind of modification on alpha and beta just for one time, but you have to pay for it. So, and you know that in a resource management game, you have to be careful when you consume your energy when you are in something. After the fortifier, I can also explain maybe this one. That's the improver here. So how does it work? Now I can take a geode, I put it in my improver, and I make the addition of alpha plus beta. So here I have 7, and I go through the paste here until 7, and I'm now here, and I can take it back, and I receive what some nuclides. I will explain that, or I can let it further for another and to have to improve more my geodes. What do I do? So when I take my geode, now I receive some nuclide on it, and if I put my so, so if I take a geode with a nuclide Alex with nuclide point, that will add some points to my attack, for example here, and if it's on my heart, it will add some points to my defense. And so I will we have still other modules, and I think it's good now if I show you them on tabletop simulator. Oh, just I could show you also so that's to make the point for the attack and the defense. I would say that at the beginning maybe you need that to remember what you have to, what kind of points you have to accumulate. But at the end it's really simple. You have one die that you roll, some random die, and after we had some phases from energy for attack, elemental damage, and nuclide, and that I have to talk about. That is the effect. For the defense is the same, so random die plus the magnetosphere plus nuclides and a different kind of armor. I try to. So here it's midnight, or I've just some light, not natural light. Sorry. So now I will show you the entire game on tabletop simulator. Oops. So that's Artefacts on tabletop simulator. And so as you have seen with my prototype, we have also the same element. So here we have these three basics modules. We had fortifier, improver. I have to talk about two others. Here the merger. So merger is about to merge the geodes. So we take alpha and beta with parity, and so and geodes are going to in the merger, and at one point they will move in a direction. So for example, here we have even odd like that, and we go in this direction, move in this direction, and at one point the geodes are collapsing like that, and we obtain a merged geode. So here is earth and air, so that's this one. And so each merge complex geode, this one, gives some power to your attack. So now you don't just give some damages, but that will be, for example, it's fire bomb. So now you make a bomb. You can have a blizzard, like this one is a blizzard, and so you push your opponent, or you have the polarizing geyser, which modifies the energy from your opponent and all kind of effect to your attack. That's the merger. And the last one from the core box is here the ballistic installation. So here we take alpha multiply beta. So here it's not so good, but so we have 12. So and we design the ballistic attack. So when we don't use this module, we can just go straight with an attack. No, we can make different kind of attack. For example, like if I want an attack with different embellishment, or if I want to have two attacks and one go to the same squares than the others, you can really imagine what you want. I can attack. And as I told you, you are not obliged to use all these modules, and you can as every module is independent, so you can use just one or just two, or maybe you don't want to parameter your point of life. You like complex geodes, but you don't like the improver, and you don't like this one, so we can play like that. It's up to you. And that's the core box Parum Opus from Artefacts. And you see that here you have already a lot of things that you are able to do with this element. Now I will have a quick look on the expansion, which is not really one expansion, but something like 7 expansions together. And so we have the merchant, and if with other modules we are focused on the machine. Now it's a bit, if you want to have some other kind of help to make to win the game. So merchant will give you the possibility to sell or to buy margin parts, of course, and give the new resource with each coins. And that maybe so you know that coins are we have some metal coins and I can say no in this live that maybe you have seen that metal coins was an early bird, and that's 80 metal coins, which is a lot for early bird, I would say. And we have decided to make another early board this time, not with time but with number. So if you look at our Kickstarter page, you will see that we have some early bird for you, so we still have some. And when you sell, so I'm going back to the merchant. If I sell, I will take some geodes from this one. So to sell geodes, I have to go there, and that's a market grid, and the price is defined here. So for example, if I will sell my air geode, I will receive 2 coins. If I go there, I will have 5 coins. Of course, it's better like that. And if you look alpha and beta, here we take alpha superior to beta or inferior to beta, and it's +1 or -1. So alpha is inferior to beta, so the price is 1. It's not 5 here, it's 4. So I can sell it for 4 or buy it for 4. It's not possible to buy or sell a geode in the same range or same column and range, the same item. So you have to go to another range or column. And the thing is, each preparation phase, price are changing, because you see that the price are moving all around the market. And that, what does that mean? That means that in the center it will be really stable, because it will be always 3, 2 or 4. But if we go there, if I sell it something for 5, even for 6, after that maybe someone will be able to buy it for one coin. So it's more changement. That's a merchant, and with these coins we can play the other figures that you see there. So for example, the first one here is engineer. Engineer is about technologies. And so here we add some properties to our artifacts, or properties to our machine, or all kind of possibilities. And maybe you've seen that, but we have designed and excavated artifacts with the community of artifacts. I was really happy with that, because I'm always really happy when we have some new ideas for artifacts, because you see that as things that I want to be really complete with the game. So here we have we can grab for example, I pay 10 coins and I can buy this technology, and now I can grab and move obstacles. So for example, if I was there, and now I can use 1 cube of energy cube to move an obstacle. That's because I have this technology. But we have a lot of different kind of technology. For example, we have drones. So now I'm playing not alone, but with some drones. And if I was like that, maybe my drone could be here, my opponent will be here, and I will be able to make some attacks without and I'm still protected by the wall. That's that. And what another kind from the hologram we have also. So now if I take some, so I take the technology of hologram. Now I move not one but more than one token artifacts. But when someone is attacking me, just one is the right one. The other one is an illusion. So that's engineer with technology. Now I will briefly talk about the other one. So the terraformer is about to put some turrets in the arena and some beacon. So turret and beacon. So if I've that means I try to sculpt the arena to have more benefit from the arena. So for example, if I'm yellow and I have my beacon here for air beacon, when I go there I will have more points of movement when I go over there. And a turret here, so I can put it orthogonally or diagonally, and when an opponent go in the range of my turret, it can make an interception. So that's for the terraformer. The geomancer is about to make some events in the the confrontation phase. So for example, I will take 3 cards. So when you have that at the beginning, each card is not activated, and to activate it you have to complete it. For example, you have, so I to do that, like for each module I go to a module, I pay my gem, and after I take alpha or beta, and I try to complete with the drawing of the points. So from 4 here I can put 4 points, respecting exactly the form of the 4. And if at the end if I'm able to complete everything, so I'm activating this card, and I will be able to use it during the confrontation phase, during my turn, or during the round of an opponent. And it's an for example, this one, it's inversion of polarities, which means that no, it's for everybody. If we go to the right, in fact we go to the left. If we go forward, we go backward. So it's inversion. But we have other kind of things. We have frost, so for example, like an event with frost, or magma in the arena, etc. A lot of different. We have 16 different cards. With the astrologers, this one is a bit the same, like it's Geomancer, but with to make some event in the preparation phases. And to do that, we have conjunctions. Now I show you some arts, because I think I find it really colorful. And so that's what will add some. So we try to make to complete a conjunction to activate it, and that will make some effect during the preparation phase. The meteorologist here is about to have some different climate during the arena. So we take the color of the third die, the ones that we don't use, and we put some climate tokens. And that means that now, for example, here during the round 6 and 5, we'll have some really hot weather, and that means that artifacts with fire heart will have some advantages. And so if, of course, when we change the climate, some other artifacts have some benefit. And the last one is the shadower, this one. And this one is for people that like to make some sneaky actions, or devious action. So like, for example, if you want to steal some machine parts to your opponent, if you want to break some machine, some module for the other player, sabotage. Or if you want to bet which will be able to win the game, and make some coins and some prestige points with these things. Or if you want to corrupt the judge, and you make a law. For example, this one here means that each artifact without any reinforced armor will have -2 to the magnetosphere, so to the defense. So of course I will try to make a law that give me some advantage, and annoying my opponents. And that's it, I would say. So we have seven modules in the core box, and we have 7 modules in the extension. So which means 414. Last thing that I could explain to you is about, which is also in the expansion, is different kind of evaluation. So, for example, if I take that line, so as so here I'm putting some confrontation phases. So that's what I've told you at the beginning of my demonstration. So bonuses that we have to take or and make some damages. But if you don't, we don't want to attack each other, but we can make with this flag. So that means that we don't have, we just have. So I will put 4 flags in the arena each round, and we have to go on all these flags to have some points. So it's not another kind of competition. Also, if you want to hit some targets, that's another kind of. And is I think, and we have this one, which is an evaluation of your artifacts without any confrontations, which means that we have some title cards here, and at the beginning of the tournament, we decide that, for example, that says cards, that means that the artifact with the most which has more attacks will win some points. The best movements, which is the one with more technologies, the one with more coins, the one without with which has the less much imports in this reserve. And so you see, in this way, we have a Euro game, normal Euro game. So I make some worker placement at the end. We see which one have made the best. But you can mix everything, and if you want just an evaluation and after make another kind of confrontation phase, it's up to you. I think I've said quite everything, so I say it again. We give some early birds again with it, so I hope that you will enjoy that, because we have read some commentaries that some were really disappointed to not have any not have the chance to take this early bird. So no, it's still possible. I hope also that you have know a good overview of artifacts. I'm really sorry for my English. I try to, I'm not really fluent, but I wanted to really to explain by myself the game. If you have any questions, I'm here to answer you. Maybe no, or maybe on Kickstarter, on Facebook, on Quote, on Board Game Geek, everything what you. I'm really happy to speak about artifacts. I think that you see that artifacts is a lot of things, and try um, to go and to cover all the aspects of this theme about we have to build a machine, an artifact. We have to make a competition with that, and we have at the end of the 19th century, and it's a steampunk thing. I just can to close my demonstration. I will just say that I've made all these things with passion during the 7 years, and I just try to make it live. And I hope that artifacts will hit the hearts of their players. So thank you for this evening. Thank you for watching my Twitch session, and bye bye.